Well, I'm out here at Bauman Farms. I'm with Brian. And Brian, Bauman's has been here a long time.
Yeah, since 1895. It's really cool to kind of be a part of the family business. Although sometimes I joke, I haven't really gone very far in life.
That's right. You're still here. You know, the house, you know, it's getting an
This is
overhaul.
literally the house I grew up in, Ryan. I really haven't gone very far, but honestly, there's no place in the world I'd rather be. I love that this house is where I grew up, and it's part of the farm. It's been here for a long time.
Right. And you guys are, you know, you're rooted in the community. Here, and you know, another company that's been rooted in is Espoma, and you guys have carried Espoma products, and you know, we're very familiar with a lot of the Espoma, you know, fertilizers over the years.
Yep.
But they've expanded.
We are so excited. I mean, every customer that buys a plant from Bauman Farms, we suggest their Biotone. It's that great initial starting fertilizer to set your plants up for success. And this year, for the first year in the Pacific Northwest, they have an entire line of premium potting soils, raised bed mixes, and compost. And we have them all at Bauman Farms this year.
Which is great to see. And you know, you have your flower bed here.
Yes.
You know, as you know,
yes.
as old houses go, old flower beds that need sometimes a little bit of rejuvenation.
Exactly. So when you're kind of trying to bring back a flower bed, get it excited, we always suggest that you start with a nice premium potting soil, add a little bit on top, which we've already done out here. We put a little bit of Espoma's potting soil down.
Okay.
But I always like to add a little bit extra boost to that. I'm looking for a little bit, something to get those plants really started, and that's why we really go to their land and seed compost.
Okay.
Honestly, I've never seen anything like this. There's a lot of different composters on the market. This has all of those mycorrhizae that we love, but also adding the crab and lobster meal to it, it's great. It's wonderful. We've seen huge success, and I think you will at home as well.
Right. You know, and the talk says land and sea, and so you talked about how there's, you know, lobster and crab in there, and what does that do as far as, you know, the sea part
It's
goes?
almost like adding a little boost of fertilizer. It's almost like nitrogen is so important. This has tons of nitrogen to it. People get worried like that it has like a fishy smell to it. You don't see that at all, which is great. So all you need to do to apply this to a flower bed is just kind of spread over the top. And I like to kind of work it into the soil. That way, that's going to be all around. And then as the plants get started, it's going to pick up that nitrogen throughout the soil and really give them a good start.
Right, because this is considered a compost. So a lot of the compost need to be mixed in with your existing
as an amendment,
soils.
so to speak, right? To get in there and kind of help that soil get started. We also like to use, whenever we're planting new plantings, we're going to use their Biotone. Okay. That's where we're going to put actually in the potting, like in the hole where you plant them. One of the great things about Espoma soil too is that resealable opening, Velcro, which is great because I like to keep this on hand all the time. So if we're planting annuals out front here, we've mixed our potting soil, we've added some of that amendment. We'll dig the holes now where we're actually going to put our annuals. I always like to kind of mix just a handful of the Biotone in, and that's going to go all around the outside roots of the plant. And that's what, like I said earlier, is going to set them up for success throughout the season.
Right. You know, we talked about these soils. You know, there's a couple other mixes too. You know, there's a potting mix and a raised bed mix that they're doing also. But all of their soils have the mycorrhizae in common, right?
Right. So we're no matter what you're using it for, it's really going to give those roots that start that they need to make sure that they're doing well all summer and through the fall.
Right, and that's kind of what sets Espoma apart from a lot of the other brands that are out there, is having that mycorrhizae throughout their entire line of products.
Yeah, we are so excited to have it this year. It's already been selling great. I keep ordering more because our customers are so excited to have it.
Right. You know, and with the combination of their great already fertilizers that we have and that soils, you know, these plantings are really going to take off and have the healthiest plants you can get.
I am so excited for this summer.
You know, so if you want more information on, you know, any of the Espoma products, make sure you come down here to Bauman Farms and check out the great line of products that they have, or you can go to gardentime.tv and we'll click you over to the website. So Brian, you know, we're anxious to get out in the yard, and it's great to see a great product.
We got some planting to do, Ryan.
Thanks for having us today, Brian.